Hello there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and today we are having a look at October 2024 for your money and your career. So let's get right into October. We are jam-packed with some energy. We're going to really focus on the moon energies coming in here. Thank you very much. We'll keep that one. So the moon energy is coming in right bang smack at the beginning of the month, October 2nd. We have a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. Libra is all about balance and harmony, but it's also about partnerships, partnering up with the right people, with the right job, with the right investment opportunity. This is also a focus on your money in your home life as well, because it's bringing in some new energy and perhaps an unexpected turn of events. Some of you could be potentially setting your sights on a new job, a new position. Some of you could have a relationship that is changing in some way. I won't necessarily say improving because it depends what's going on. So this can be a very transformative time for your relationship with money, your relationship with money and other people, and of course, how you do make your money and where you do partner up. So very important. Eclipses do bring about change, and they bring about unexpected events, sometimes a little bit of a surprise. It's fated energies that come in with eclipses also. So you could be eclipsing something out, eclipsing something in, and some very interesting energy there. We also do have a full moon in the sign of Aries, and this is a super moon again. Okay, and in Aries energy here, this is something that is a culmination of a cycle that started with the new moon that occurred in Aries 6 months ago. So when we're looking at this energy, we want to see where were we, what we were doing, what we were starting, what changes that we were trying to make in our world. And this is where we can really kind of get some insight into what may be going on with this particular full moon for you. So you could be reaping what you've sown. You could have some very interesting and wonderful events that are occurring here in the month of October. Yes, there can be endings, of course, whenever we do have life in general, but especially eclipses and especially a full moon. It can be an ending of some kind, but it's moving you forward and propelling you into a better tomorrow. Right? One door closes, another one may open. So whether your money situation has personal events happening, business events happening, or maybe some global events, especially if you've got some investments around that are out there, right? This can be a time where things can really get shaken up and fall into place for you, but this can also be where maybe some things might get eclipsed out. So just be aware of that and really trust your instincts here. It's going to really help you and guide you, and just be open and aware of opportunities. And especially if things look like they're spiraling out of control somewhere, then you might need to take some affirmative action, okay, on those things, especially if you do have money in the stock market and things like that, right? Just to, keep an eye out for that. We do have your first message here is mending, fixing things, bringing things back together, bringing things back into our harmonious state. It is card 52 in order to bring things back into where we feel good, we feel comfortable, right? We do need to make change. 5 obstacles and challenges, but also exciting opportunities for change. 2's balance and harmony, decisions and partnerships, right? We put those 2 together. It's a 7, and the 7 is Libran energy, and voila, Libran new eclipse, or new moon eclipse in Libra, I should say. Woo, tongue twister on that one. So in this energy, what do you need to fix? Because you have the ability to change your own circumstances and get things back on track. So you could be taking new approach with your money, especially in regards with a partner. You could be having a look at your relationship with money, right? Because quite often, we have outdated belief systems, right? Because we do forge our belief systems throughout our childhood. And sometimes when we get to be an adult, we're like, man, I never really thought about it. This is how I think about money, or my limitations on it and all this stuff. So this shows like a big shift in energy, which is great. But regardless of your situation this shows that there is an opportunity here to get back on track. Now we do have go the distance coming in here, and this is in your protection position. Usually the go the distance energy is full speed ahead. You're almost at the finish line. But when we have this in the protection position, which is the reversal here for this deck, this shows that, you may be looking at things in a little bit of a negative light, right? This is the desert that's on this particular card. And so, if you were to look out in the vast expanse of the desert, is all you see is sand and hot temperatures and, no water in sight, right? But the desert is quite the magical place, and hidden beneath the surface is creatures and plants and life that is very resilient. And so you're being encouraged to be resilient and embrace a little bit of creativity and resourcefulness at this time, right? So if you've been feeling like you've been feeling lost, you've been feeling like you just don't know what you want or what the answers are for things, right? Get a little creative, trust in your inner strength, right? And you can certainly get things back on track. But sometimes we do need to dig beneath the surface, right? We need to, really kind of get to the root, if you will, of the matter, right? So, quite often that is where we see the opportunities, right? Is something hidden beneath the surface, right? And so just like that dry expanse of a desert, right? We do get those little desert dwellers that they hide during the day, they come out at night. So, instead of looking at something in the light of day, perhaps going within into your own energy, your own psyche can be how you can figure something out. Can also indicate that there was something that was moving forward and now it's not, right? So there could be a situation in your life where you had a lot of growth, you'd had a lot of opportunity, most likely in your career, and now you're like, well, it's dried up. Right? I'm not seeing any potential for forward movement, right? That forward movement is blocked somewhere. So again, you may need to get creative or you may need to make some change. Now we do have the Three of Pentacles in the heart of your reading here, and the Three of Pentacles can represent that you're seeing the results of what you've been working for. This is where you're paying attention to details, you're creating something, you're creating that life, you're putting money in the bank, you're making money, you have had a certain amount of success in your career, and you are seeing these things that are coming to fruition. But there's, for some of you, you might feel like there's more to go, right? There's a long way to go to get to what you want or to get to the place where you feel solid and stable and secure for the long term. So with that Three of Pentacles, this can represent that you need to just stay the course, just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Right? But if you're looking for, some change and you're looking for some added opportunities, then it may be a time for you to kind of look at who you're partnered up with. Because the Three of Pentacles can represent teamwork and like teamwork, learning from each other, guiding each other, that kind of thing. So it could be that you need to choose wisely, choose carefully who you do partner up with. Can also represent that there are new partnerships coming up on the horizon for you, but it's also an opportunity to learn. So there can be, someone around you or something around you, some opportunities where you can actually add to your skills, add to your knowledge, right? There's a learning element there, and this can really propel you forward into, really improving and increasing your earning potential. Crossing you here, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. All right. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a wonderful card, and it is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter brings good luck, good fortune, expansion, growth, all these things. Also brings wisdom, also brings the big picture, right? Jupiter expands everything that it touches. Now, it is in your crossing position. It's not the same as it being in reverse. It's really more of a challenge or a waiting game maybe coming in here as well. So it's like you want change, but you're not necessarily seeing the opportunities yet, or change is headed your way, but it hasn't quite come here yet because the stars haven't quite aligned for you yet. This can also represent that there might be a little bit of hesitation or fear, right? Or focus on, the things that you don't have rather than seeing the possibilities and the potential of where you could go with something. So typically the Wheel of Fortune is a great card to get in your reading, but it is a wild card. Right? And it really does show and really does remind us that in the ebb and the flow of life, right? When we have a positive, abundant mindset, when we're willing to have an open mind, we're willing to see the big picture, we're willing to see things from a different perspective here, then this is where all those opportunities lie, right? And they are right at your fingertips here. Now, with the crossing position here as well, this can be something that you've been waiting for, some sort of luck to head your way, or waiting for that opportunity to, make some positive change, make some more money, and have some growth. And so this can just be a waiting game. And remember, like I said, we do have an eclipse at the very beginning of the month, and eclipses are fated energies, right? Fated events. The wheels are already in motion with the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something already moving forward for you here. There's something already happening, and you are about to enter a cycle of increase. And this is wonderful. Beneath you, you know it, okay? Your subconscious energy is the Nine of Pentacles. You believe in yourself. You're confident in yourself. You know that there's resources, there's money, there's opportunities to be had, and you know that you can be or you are successful. And it's a great, great, great energy to embrace here with that. And it could be because we do have the Hermit card here. The Hermit is the energy that is leaving, right? It's the recent past that's still influencing your today. And the Hermit card can be where we embrace a period of solitude and reflection. This can also bring in a healing element, right? But we're really connected with our higher selves. We're connected with our intuition. We're doing those soul searching. We're asking the big questions. Who am I? What do I want? Where do I want to go? What do I need to do to bring in what I want, right? And so you're very connected with some very spiritual energy here. And, especially with the Nine of Pentacles, right? It's like abundance, and you're believing or maybe changing your outlook on money, right? Abundance is your right. And this is where you're really coming into alignment with that, right? We all have a right to abundance. So don't let anyone tell you anything different. It is not the 1%. That's just what the 1% wants you to believe to keep you in a lack mentality, right? And we are shifting and changing in our collective. So when we know and when we embrace this Nine of Pentacles energy, that's where the magic really does happen. Right? So there could be that you are knowing that something is going to come in for you here, because nines do represent an energy of completion. So a completion of a cycle, completion of a journey, it can just be that you know that you're done with this situation and there's something better on the horizon. But it can certainly be that you're right on the cusp of some sort of success, and you know it, right? The Eight of Pentacles is up here, and this is your goals, thoughts, possibilities, right? And the Eight of Pentacles, you know that your hard work is about to pay off, right? Your hard work, your dedication, your attention to detail, right? All of this is paying off for you. Now, the funny thing is the Eight of Pentacles can certainly represent the knowledge that you either are or you need to be compensated for all of everything that you bring to the table. And that Nine of Pentacles is the next leg up from that, right? So either you have an opportunity to get what you want where you are right now, where your money is parked right now, where you are focusing your career path on right now. But it can also be that in order to get from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, that you need to really take some action and initiative and create your own change, because luck is on your side, right? You got some really good supportive energies that is helping propel you onwards and upwards, right? But it's by your action, it's by your commitment that will get you to where you want to get to. So you're right on the cusp of leveling up. Right? And when we do get the Eight of Pentacles, this is where the employee becomes the boss, right? Solitary energy with the Hermit. So perhaps some of you are like, you know what? I'm pretty sure that I can make some money on my own. I've got a lot of skills. I've got a lot of marketable skills here. So if you're looking to perhaps break out on your own, maybe you've been really doing that soul searching there and thinking about the possibilities, right? What if this? What if this? What does this look like? And so you could be really just kind of taking everything internal and figuring out how to get something off the ground. And this can be really exciting for you. But yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, right? The Employee becomes the boss, the student becomes the teacher, the apprentice becomes the master, right? All that kind of stuff. So you're ready for that next step. You're ready to level up, and it feels like you are feeling very confident in that. Now, we do have the Page of Cups here in your very near future, right? So this is what's coming in pretty quickly here for you. And with the Page of Cups in reverse, it can be a no. All right. It is a reversal, right? So it can be a no. Page of Cups in the upright is some good news. It's a yes, and it's something that you want, something that you have your heart set on. So it may be that you could potentially get some sort of information or find an opportunity, but you're rejecting it. You're turning it down. And this can be where, yes, a door may close for you. Maybe it is something that you really wanted, right? But that door closed for you. You didn't get what you want, right? But this can actually either hinder you or motivate you, depending on what your situation is. And we do have another reversal coming in for you here. So, in this energy, it's like it can be an energy of disappointment, but it can also be you turning something down, right? Not necessarily someone turning you down, right? And, sometimes, we really do need to trust that door closing, or that yes, or that no, right, is leading us on a path to something better, something that we want, something that is more in alignment with what we want. Not everything is for us, right? And sometimes we either reject something ourselves, right? Or a no coming our way can be that door closing, right? So trust in the process here. Now, the Page of Cups in the reverse here can also be an energy of confusion, right? I don't know how to start. I don't know where to go. I don't know what I want, right? And that is why that Hermit energy is right here to help you answer those questions. Because normally the Page of Cups is very imaginative, very positive, very optimistic in its energy. But, but in the reverse, it's like, I just don't know, right? And it can also be the difference of thinking positive or thinking negatively, right? So it is something to pay attention to. Do you know what you want? Are you looking for something new, or are you looking for something to improve in your current situation, right? Either one is available for you, but we need to figure it out first, right? We need to get that clarity that we need, right? If we don't have clarity, then we'll just kind of float like a butterfly on the breeze, right? And, never quite landing where we want to land. So it is something very much to pay attention to here. Now, the Page of Cups in reverse also, can be leaving something behind, right? And it can be a personal relationship. It can be a job that maybe you do like, or you like the people, right? Maybe you are ready for that change. You like the people you work with, Page of Cups, but you got to let them go, because ultimately we can't stay in a job or a relationship where we are not happy, or we're not getting what we deserve. We're not being fulfilled, right? And clinging on to something, when we're not getting anything in return, isn't necessarily, setting us up for a better tomorrow. Now, we do have the Nine of Swords here, and this here is, this is how, this is your current attitude. It's also advice for yourself, right? The Nine of Swords is a restrictive energy, but it's our own restriction. This brings in an energy of fear, of anxiety, of doubt. This brings in an energy of lying awake at night, tossing and turning, and, really thinking the worst. And so, this really does show that, the power of positive thinking. The power of positive thinking doesn't always mean that everything turns out the way that we want it to, but it certainly changes our attitude with how to deal with everything, whether it goes our way or not. And with that Nine of Swords, when we are thinking negatively, or when we're thinking the worst out of any situation, right, then we're not going to move forward, right? We're not going to find what we're looking for. We're not going to bring abundance into our life. Instead, we're going to put restrictions and blocks and doubts in the way. And so I feel here again, we do have another number 9, right? So we've got 999 here for you guys. So there is a culmination of events that's occurring. There is a completion of a chapter, and it can just be turning over that page, right? From a negative to a positive. Remember, this Wheel of Fortune is trying to come in here for you, right? So we don't want to block it. We don't want to restrict it. We want to welcome that Wheel of Fortune with open arms, even though we don't have a clue what this can possibly mean for us. We just know it's increase, right? Increase, good luck, good fortune, all of this expansive energy, new opportunities, or maybe an opportunity to improve our situation where we are right now, right? But an unexpected turn of events for the better is what's trying to come in. So we don't want to block that at all. Now, we do have in your external environment, we've got the Seven of Swords. Now, this little bad boy here, this is in the reverse. Now, the external influence is energies outside of you, right? People around you, situations around you, all of that kind of thing. And the Seven of Swords can quite often represent betrayal and trust issues and all of that kind of stuff. So also kind of stealthy energy, and also one of kind of being a little bit back and forth. So when this is in the reverse here, there is something that may come to light here. So there could be some sort of revelation that someone has been stealing, or something isn't quite trustworthy here in this, right? And instead of it being hidden or being behind the scenes, it's way out in the open now. So there could be some sort of scandal in your workplace, to be quite honest with you, or there could just be this energy influencing around you, where you're really being shown that if you can't trust where you are right now, and if there's stuff going on behind the scenes that affects you but's not being shared with you, then perhaps it's time to move forward, or it's time to bring those things out into the open, right? So you can deal with them, you can address them, all right? This can represent a potential misunderstanding somewhere around as well. When we don't know the answers, Nine of Swords, we think the worst, Nine of Swords. But sometimes Seven of Swords in reverse here, it's not necessarily that someone is trying to, betray us in any way. It may be that we've misunderstood or misread the situation because we haven't had all of the information. We haven't had the facts, right? And sometimes things go on, especially in a workplace, right, where maybe someone can't share all of the information, right? Or we do jump to conclusions, right, because of some rooted fears that we have. So there can be some very kind of like, I feel like a big misunderstanding, miscommunication here, or again, a big revelation that can really push you forward, right? And sometimes that's just what we need. It's like the kick in the pants, or the catalyst moment, right? That really does help us move forward. But let's get a little bit more information about that. And we have here, we've got the Hermit. Again, the Hermit. So this Hermit could be both an internal influence and an external one. We've got the Seven of Wands, and we have the Eight of Swords here. There is something that is restricting you. Now, the funny thing is if you are looking for a promotion or a raise, something like that, you're looking for some doors to open for yourself in your current workplace, right? This can potentially be that there's someone standing in your way. Now, this could be a boss, okay, or it could be another person, okay, or again, it can be that, just something is happening behind the scenes that's creating some sort of restrictive atmosphere environment. But it is very interesting, though, that there is the Hermit that's coming out here again. So this may be that you are really just surrounded with an energy of needing to figure out what path to take. What do you really want? What are you wishing for? What are you hoping for? Where do you want to see your money grow? Where do you want to see your life go? Where do you want to see your savings spent? Where do you want to spend your career and all of your time and energy, right? So some big questions that you're asking right now, and this can really be affecting both your inner and external worlds, right? You're questioning everything, right? You're looking for those answers. Now with that Hermit energy as well, there can be a healing element. So there could potentially be an external person, you've called them in over here, someone external from you that is helping you to repair your situation or helping to guide you forward, right? There's someone who maybe is someone that you would go to for advice. And remember, we have the Three of Pentacles right here at the heart of your reading. And this can represent a learning element, seeking out a teacher or a guide so that you can get some more information going forward. And so this can be like a financial advisor. This can be someone that helps you out with your day-to-day. The Hermit card is Virgo energy, and Virgo energy is about your day-to-day activities, your habits, patterns, behaviors. So maybe it's someone that's helping you to make better choices with your money, right? Or maybe it's like a career counselor, right? That can be that kind of person as well, but maybe someone, a really positive influence that can help you see things, see the truth of things, or see the light going forward. Now we do have the Seven of Wands there. And again, I did already say about the Eight of Swords. So the Seven of Wands can certainly be a situation that may crop up where you do need to fight for what you want. You need to advocate for yourself, right? And you need to turn around, face things head on, stand in your personal power, and really, state your case. Right. And quite often, if we are in an unfortunate situation where we do need to go and have this talk with our boss about making some more money, about what we deserve and all that kind of stuff, that can be very much a catalyst moment, because we never quite know what our boss is going to say necessarily. And sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is no. And it certainly is a scary thought and a scary endeavor to have to go and do that. Right? It's like they should already know what I bring to the table. They should already know my worth, right? But in actual fact, they don't always, right? So we do unfortunately have to be in that unenviable position where we do need to go and state our case, right? You could also be perhaps the chosen one that stands up for others in your workplace as well, right? But this is really about embracing your inner strength, standing up for yourself, and advocating and making some change, right? Or setting up boundaries can also really come into play. It's scary, but this can actually be a big breakthrough, right? In some way. So you might be the leader. Someone else may actually be doing that also, right? With that Hermit card being there in your external. Now we do have the Seven of Pentacles, your hopes and fears. Maybe you're afraid that you'll be forever stuck in the same position, making the same money, bringing home the same paycheck as you were before, even though the world around you is getting more expensive. However, the hope there is that there is something coming to fruition for you. And the Seven of Pentacles, I would say, it depends how you look at it. It's more on the positive side than anything. I would say either neutral to positive, right? Because it can be a time of harvest, right? These pentacles blossoming in the tree. So it can be really positive, but it can also be a little bit neutral. It's like, here I am in the Seven of Pentacles, but deep down, I know I want the Nine, right? And so when we have this energy here, this is about being patient and being open to a different strategy, a different plan, right? So it's kind of neutral in that regard, right? It's like there is more opportunity out there, and we're recognizing that we're not quite where we want to be, but we also recognize that we need to take a different approach, or we need to do something a little bit differently, right? So this is an energy of assessing your situation. So it's like, do you trust yourself to make the right choices with your money or with your career path, right? But in this energy here, I feel you do, especially when we've got the big picture of Jupiter coming in here with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, we do have the Two of Pentacles as your overall outcome. Now, this can certainly represent recognizing the need to find balance in your life. This can also be an energy of being open, flexible, and adaptable. Okay, it's a key to success there, but it's also one of options. juggling your options, right? Juggling your opportunities. So you could be opening the door here to a couple of different opportunities for yourself, right? To make more money. You could find different investment opportunities. Maybe there's, there could potentially be some movement here in your current workplace to make some more money. But in the meantime, you're not playing the waiting game. In the meantime, you are looking for something else. So now maybe there's something new, but also something that's current. And now you're like, which path do I take? Right? So in this energy here, I feel like, if everything falls into place where you currently are or where your money currently is, and if things are really looking up for you, then maybe that's what you'll choose, right? But I feel like if it's not reciprocal, because that Two of Pentacles, we recognize the need for balance. Honest days work for an honest day's pay, right? But I feel like if you're not getting that, so maybe someone offers you a raise, but it's still not what you're looking for, right? It's still not paying you what you're worth, right? Then onwards and upwards, I feel, is the direction that you are going to take. So you may have some options there that are opening up this month. We have successful funding coming in here for you guys. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom that the universe gave you, than the universe that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding partnerships and other investments are available to help you. Be resourceful. Take an alternate approach, right? You want to open your own business? You want to go out on your own? Maybe people, Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration, and partnerships may be the key for your success to make that happen. But we need to look at it a little differently, right? The Seven of Pentacles, we need a strategy. We need a plan, right? And other people may be a part of that. Have courage to ask for and accept help. There you go. Okay. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. People helping people, Three of Pentacles, right there in the center of your reading. So people may be your key to success. Standing up for yourself, certainly listening to your intuition there, but also being open to change, being open to new things, being open to conversation, right? But ultimately make sure that the truth is what you are receiving and seeing. All right. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something in here for you. So please do like, share, subscribe. I thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful month, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.